Beats by CP3.
Yes, sir.
What's going on at the bar? We all back in effect. Um, Lady Internet's back with us this week. So I gotta say this. So shout out to my man Lenny. He kind of gave some shade yesterday when I was talking to him on the phone because he brought our guest in. He brought the James brothers in, um, and he was like, "Yeah, y'all did good, but I just really wish the lady was there, man. Her questions just be so off the hook or so in depth." I'm like, "Damn, that's some shady ass shit."
Dude, come on now. We had a great interview. Man. We got some knowledge. We talked about the rap game. We talked about unity.
I text y'all a question. Y'all asked me.
No. We're not gonna just glaze
I'm
over.
just
You're not gonna glaze.
We're not just gonna
You're
glaze
not gonna
over.
treat us like chopped liver.
Yeah.
I did ask my question and y'all asked it, so it's not
Some
like
respect on our name.
it's
We
not
are
like it wasn't.
we are qualified journalists also. We can
You
ask
hear him?
quantifying
We are
questions.
qualified
Yes,
journalists.
we can ask
also.
quantifying questions to the guest and get very in-depth answers also.
So you think talking like that about to give you the respect?
I have to show that I can get the journalistic side out necessary.
Is that your
Yes,
journalist side?
that's my CNN voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
felt
he
kind of
said
slight.
the fact that he said quantifying questions is amazing.
Yes.
I really did feel slighted. I was like, man, for real, that's how y'all feel in the streets.
But even still, how can you say I wish that she was there? But her question was asked, right?
It's not the
I
point,
know,
man. It
I
hurt.
know.
It
I'm
hurt.
trying to make it better.
It hurt. It hurt.
I'm trying to
It hurt deep down in my soul.
Don't hurt.
Put some respect on our
Yeah.
I was like, for
We've been in
real?
this game for a while. We know how to ask questions. We might not have the glasses on to make it sound all intelligent.
I don't wear glasses every show.
But I might need to get some glasses.
Maybe we need to change it to the Lady Internet show.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I need to put. Yeah, maybe I need to stop coming in with.
And we'll be the guests.
Yeah, maybe
And we'll guest hosting.
glasses and wear an ascot. Maybe I'll get.
We'll guest hosting with Lady Internet.
I come in here being bougie.
We had some good questions and some good topics that just got glazed over because you weren't in the building. Really? Really? Did you watch the interview? Did you hear some of the answers again? Did you hear that freestyling bars at the bar? Oh, where his voice going? You know what I'm saying? I'm offended. I'm hurt here. I'm hurt. We do this for y'all, baby. We do this for y'all. People who have the love too.
Yeah, man.
Y'all Lady Internet, man. See, do this too, man.
You're right, y'all do.
We be holding this down while she be partying with the commanders and stuff.
Town to town.
When she going to
town to town drinking, shooting the floor.
Look, when comes summertime and she gone to Aruba again or Kentucky.
Shady against me. I didn't do it.
She going to the Nationals and
we gonna be here. We gonna be here holding it down.
We still bring y'all the content.
How does this turn into?
We're not laying on some. We're not laying on some beach getting the tan.
Man, while she in a foreign country on the beach going from bar to bar getting shots, we'll be holding it down with interviews.
I like to travel. I do. But you guys, first of all, let me say this. I felt like this particular show, this last show, y'all were better. Yes, your behavior was much better than the one.
That's because we were sober.
Yeah, maybe. Because there have been times where I was on the show where you guys
that shit ain't happening.
Did not act right.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And there were times where I had to send y'all messages to remind y'all to act right.
No, we had a very professional interview.
Or sit and put a comment in the post or pull up.
We said, "Watch, we gonna knock."
Because I think that the worst, it was just by chance. The worst y'all were. I was like, oh. Let me go ahead.
That was a great.
That was a fun day.
It was a great interview.
We were talking about all different types
y'all
of diversity.
Y'all were acting a complete and total fool.
When you get into midgets, man,
and I was like, oh, they think because I'm not there that this is gonna go down.
I'm just saying that was an
and it was just by chance because most of the time I'm nowhere near the show. I can't come. whatever the case may
We
be.
reached a
But
whole
this
different
time,
demographic.
I was able to pull up,
We
man.
reached
Man,
a
you
whole
scared the shit
different.
out the guests.
We reached a whole different
And y'all was like, oh, it was on
Right.
camera. It was
Right.
y'all didn't
I was like,
expect
commercial break.
It's only because I ain't had my pistol. I was worried the door popped open like that. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I did. I just came
I
through.
didn't know if we was getting robbed or what. And I was broke, so I didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, I mean, at least y'all weren't on that caliber.
Nah, we was having a very
Y'all were behaving.
professional interview,
Y'all were
which is
behaving.
what we do sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's right. Though, 'cause next time you take your break, we're gonna have the
Yeah,
strip.
we're gonna get a stripper
Okay,
pole
so I'm
out.
not gonna be here this Sunday coming up.
No, it's gonna be in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause I'm about to say y'all don't act the fool because I really can't get to
We gonna
y'all.
have a baby.
I mean, no, we want you a good 5 days away, so that
baby
it's
You see
we
what?
gonna have a baby or food.
Y'all gonna make sure it's on the line of the country.
yeah, you out the country, so when you just can't say that you're not there.
Hey.
Well, if
You
my
can't
son-
say you there and you're
if
not there.
my son in the area, I might send him through.
I was about to say, yeah, send him through. We gonna change.
No, he gonna stand at the door, scare the crap out of y'all. Like, wait, who is this coming
He's gonna
in?
be the baby or food. Like, hey Justin, come here. I got something to show you. Be
So
sunshine.
you gonna purposely try
Be
to come up my
sunshine.
job.
Be sunshine.
They
She
like
would change
pilots.
Yeah, she would love you. She
You
would
said they
change
like
your life.
pilots.
They like pilots.
They like to go to places like Miami.
Be like,
he
he
fly
got
to Miami, dog.
he ain't got that driver's
And there's
license,
some
but he got
things
that
you can
pilot
do.
license.
Yeah, some things.
Some of you had
There's some
it.
things she can do to tip you on the way to.
Oh my God.
Um,
Look, he got more than enough time to get that together because he's trying to fly in the Air Force. So Lord
Oh, you
knows.
want to think about going to the airport?
okay.
Cool. Well, let me know. I have some family in that.
So CP3, you can go ahead and get to sports. I know my Giants got whooped. They got whooped that trick.
Yeah, the Giants took that L to the Eagles today, 48-14.
God dang, that's
After
not.
the
I mean,
tie.
let's be real. We saw it coming though.
Yeah, the tie last week kind of set the trend for this game. Philly is playing very well after they took the loss to the Commanders, which I predicted.
So did I.
Yeah, so I was on the record, and I should have played that on the FanDuel, but
Yes.
it's a week after it opened
Wait,
up. So it was a week
Was that the
before.
week that you were on my show too?
No, that was a week after.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
know
No, that was a couple of weeks after.
Okay.
I predicted it. I ended up jumping on Sports in the Hill and then made that bold
because you
prediction.
did really well on my show.
Yeah, I was actually pretty successful with the parlays and the stuff on the app. I got another week. I just downloaded the FanDuel because I'm looking for sponsorship.
There you go.
And so I'm about to download the FanDuel, get the 5 for 200, and see if I can make a little quick flip because I made a little quick flip with the DraftKings. So
I'm gonna tell y'all now. CP3 came on to my other show, and that's sports related, and he predicted some things, and he did well. And then after that, he was like, "Oh, I need to be." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, because I like to do
created a
experiments.
monster.
No, because what I do is I make the first time I went on the record with my picks, but
Right.
I've been researching and see how I would do because I have a couple of folks that do the betting and they've been making money off of it. So I've been experimenting because I know a lot about football. That's my bread and butter. So I've been looking at my record when I've been writing stuff down and going back, and when that's kind of solidified it for me when I did that well because I was on the fly. I wasn't expecting to do any picks, and the fact that I did it on the fly without doing no research just off of the the numbers that I looked at as we were talking about it and the stuff we talked about. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take my chance. And I turned that $5 into a little bit over 500. So
I know that's right.
I ain't really did nothing since then, but I still got to the 21st, I believe, with the promotion. So
Yeah.
like I said, I'm looking for sponsorship. Stay tuned because the brother is getting his resume redone and getting some things in the works. So.
Oh, who's helping you?
We'll talk about that.
Oh, okay. I just wanted.
But
it wasn't me because I offered to help him like years ago, but he was like, yeah, kept pushing me off.
Right.
But he did.
Let's go ahead and address.
Let's
go ahead and address the elephant in the room.
I'm just saying.
Let's go ahead and because I know certain people ready to. That's what people the whole show about certain situations that be going on.
Who's gonna pick with him?
I shall not.
Are you gonna pick
I
with
shall
CP3?
not be bullied on the show.
I probably would.
Oh my
I shall not be bullied on the show. I shall not be
bullied.
side.
Why would we bully you?
Well, I wouldn't say bully, but I would not be I don't know what the proper word
We
is.
wouldn't bully you because we're ecstatic.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, I, that's the word you choose.
I use ecstatic.
As you know, Lady Antoinette has had a couple of failed attempts to find someone.
This conversation's gone downhill so fast.
I'm just
Quickly.
saying, we might as well go ahead and get
Yes,
it off.
no, you want me to tell that part?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have tried throughout the years.
Was it 2 years ago that you put the post?
One of them, I put more than one poster. I have tried for years. It's years now with an S to get this man a woman, a good woman to help him out, to help his soul because he needed. Okay. I was starting to worry. I done saged this man.
Every other show.
She bought Sage today.
Yeah, I have done. We done had group prayer. I done called the church, put his name on the prayer list. All kinds of stuff. So it seems as though all of my hard work
Oh man.
has been entered into like this portal, right? And voila, the heavens have opened up. I am ecstatic. I'm just,
Oh
we
man.
couldn't have come at a better
Oh,
time.
boy.
I am ecstatic.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy. CP3
So you're off the market now.
is officially off the market.
Amen.
So does that mean no strip clubs?
I haven't been to the strip club in a while.
Where would you go now?
Nah, first of all, I'm broke. I can't pay their bills and I can't pay mine.
There you go.
But if you wasn't broke.
No, I wouldn't.
He can just
So-
give the
so-
money to her.
So in a relationship, the strip club is off.
For the first time in my relationship, yeah. And that's by my choice.
So for the first relationship that you've ever been, the strip club is gonna be off the table.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But what if she wanted to go?
I
to
mean,
the
she
strip-
wanted to go. She said she'd never been to one, so I told her if she wanted to go to one, I would take her.
Yeah,
Not
that
that
might
we
be a
found
one-off though, but
Yeah.
for her to get that experience, that's, you know.
Yeah, but she grew up overseas, so she's seen things already. So it's a little bit-
No, yeah, but I mean, if she came to you, you would.
Oh yeah. I'm over it.
That's
You know,
good.
she has me coming out of my comfort zone and
Oh,
doing things that a nigga didn't think he would ever do.
precious. That's so precious.
So before we get into our topics, our Lady Antoinette, our 35-year-old hostess,
Yes.
um,
What you coughing for? Something my friend.
Ain't that wrong? Ain't
had,
that wrong?
had a very joyous moment yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
My baby girl turned 21. Why are you still laughing? I could be 35.
With a 21-year-old.
It can happen. Anyway, my daughter turned 21. You know, she's a recent college grad, so she got her bachelor's at 20. She's 21 now. Did a brunch for her.
I mean, well, let's say you about the bachelor's thing because she was in the accelerated program.
Yeah, she was in the accelerated program. She graduated high school in 2020, and in 2022, she earned her bachelor's degree. So she doing it.
Yeah.
I wanted her to continue on through an accelerated program to get her master's, but she was like, "I'm burnt out, Mom. I can't."
That's a lot of school because she graduated and really literally went to.
Yeah, she went, and then even part of her time at the beginning of college, she was online until they opened the campus
Yeah.
back up. So that was a factor too. She graduated from high school during the pandemic, started college during the pandemic. So
I mean, she been going. She been on a mission for a
Yeah.
minute.
and when you look back at what you've done with yourself during this time frame during the pandemic, she used her time wisely.
Well,
you know?
the crazy thing is, I remember when she was like when you started with us, and she was like in high school, and then
Mhm.
Now we talking about she graduated
Yep, she
college.
Right,
graduated.
time, man. Time
Damn.
was on fast
Joe, how
forward,
about
bro.
this? When I met him, she was in elementary school. Like, and my son wasn't even in school yet.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying, man. Time be on
And
fast
he's
forward, bro.
16 now, you know. We're looking at him because, like, he's a junior in high school. So I have to start preparing for, for his senior year. And because at the end of this year, senior pictures. And that's when it's really
Yeah.
going to be. So I got to get my money together because I'm going to be hit over the head once again.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm trying to help my sister out with my nieces graduating this year.
Mhm.
Talking about dues and
Yep.
just wait for
Yeah.
driving gown and
Yep.
pictures. I'm like, wow, this
But
shit's
see,
crazy.
my son, he's my baby. So I'm going to do this and it's going to be a different feeling
Yeah.
than with my daughter, you know?
Let me get a quick shout. Shout out to my man Ash. Um, he started. I know him because he used to do We Fam, but he's been putting together shows at this joint called Galactic Panther, and then also he's a boxing coach too.
Okay.
We probably even get him on here too. But he was doing these joints actually in his basement,
Mhm.
and now they're doing it at an art gallery. And they got go-go bands, and they have like up and coming comedians and stuff.
I mean, we definitely need to have him on. That's what's up.
So definitely shout him out.
I like to see people doing their thing.
Oh, definitely. Um, and then also, shout out to I'm gonna play a good song, but shout out to Vibing with Vega. Shout out to my man, Jamil, basically the unofficial member of at the bar.
Yeah, shout
Uh,
out to Jamil, man. Always appreciate the
uh,
love, bro.
Yes.
Nanya,
Mhm.
this morning, she did a remake of a reggae song.
Okay.
Um, and it was getting played overseas.
Mhm.
And on a Jamaican radio station. So I saw the post and I hit her up. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Hey, send me the song and I'll play it."
Yes. Yes.
So she sent it to me, and we're gonna play it today.
Yes. Good. Because you know I was gonna ask.
And
Don't tell me you got a new song and I can't listen to it.
yeah, so my whole thing is that she when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, cool." We always gonna support. 'Cause she supports, man. She does wild things like send us pizza out
Yeah,
randomly and
man. Yeah,
stuff
that
like
that
that.
shit was crazy. Then he's like, we have a pizza delivery. Like,
Uh-huh.
who ordered pizza? She like, that was me. Like, oh shit. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the
But the
contribution.
thing about that is too is we support people that support us,
No doubt.
and
And she's a big support. So yeah.
Oh, remember, you got to give the shout out I actually have for the entrepreneur in February, entrepreneur show in February. I have a guest lined up that I'll tell you about offline. I forgot to mention
okay,
that
so
earlier.
then let me tell you about last night. So because the entrepreneur show, we're probably gonna have several entrepreneurs in it because the show was so long. So we're probably gonna give each entrepreneur a different amount of time. But I know for our first show, we're gonna have returning Assad and Eric Kusa is gonna be returning. So I'll tell you like this. And so last night I got to film. Well, actually, I not the film. I got to take pictures, do photography for an event that Assad um, got me booked for. So this is what I say to all young entrepreneurs or up and coming people. Like this is when we say your network is your network. This is what it is.
Right.
And this is what support is.
Yeah.
Something came up. He saw opportunity. He knows I take pictures, and he told the people about me, and we were able to
To link up. Yep.
to link up and get paid, but that supported each other's business.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him, and I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna be too messy today. Maybe later.
Oh, I said, why not?
He
Um,
said maybe later.
Oh, I thought I said
so I say it like this: support is this. When you see somebody business and you see what they do, and then you help them to advance their business.
Right.
Support is not always asking for free shit.
Speak on it.
So that's not support. That's asking for free shit. It's a difference. So support is I see what you got, and I know you my man, but I'm still gonna pay for that.
Right.
The other day, I always shout out my cousin Chef Rob, and I haven't been down there in a while, but I saw he had on DoorDash, the restaurant. So instead of me ordering from somewhere over here, I ordered the joint,
Right.
and I've done it plenty of times,
Right.
and I had no problem paying full price. I had no problem leaving a tip
Yeah.
and leaving a good review for his product,
Right.
because that's support.
And also, if you can't, because a lot of people talk about how they don't have the money. If you can't support by spending your money, don't say, "Can I have something for free?" No, share that information.
That's true too. However, nigga, if you're rocking a Louis shirt, a polo shirt,
But I'm talking
a
about
name brand,
the real
if
people that
yeah,
don't have money.
yeah, but a lot of niggas will say they ain't got money.
Yeah. But
See,
I mean,
like,
if you really don't have money,
so
then
like last night we saw a homeless man in the McDonald's line,
mhm,
and actually another homeless man digging in the trash McDonald's. He really ain't have money.
right.
Don't come to me with your cell phone and you got more designers than the rapper, and then you talk about why I ain't got money to support your project.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But I mean, for them, yes, if you're gonna spend the money anyway, spend it with your people.
Definitely, definitely,
But if
definitely.
you really don't have any money to spend, share the information.
Yeah,
I mean, it's to me, it's simple.
it's very simple.
Mhm.
I don't understand when people do that. But basically, um um a dude got mad because they gave him some merch, and he was like, "Well, I want some more free merch."
What?
Well,
I'm
you know what? I
sorry.
ain't
What?
fucking with y'all no more because y'all ain't giving me no more free merch.
What? Make it make sense. So I'm just supposed to
Oh,
keep
no, no, no,
giving
no,
you
no.
free stuff and
No,
stay in business?
oh, I'm gonna be messy, but I ain't gonna do it today because I'm gonna wait to talk about this on uh on the 5th of February when they So we're gonna go
Make
in deep. We're gonna go in deep, and I'm gonna offend people
sometimes that happens.
because I do what I do. Yeah, I'm gonna have some good bottles too. But anyway, the event was cool, and but I do appreciate the opportunity,
Right.
and I met them I met Assad and them through CP3.
Mhm.
Um, and we built a relationship with them since then.
Right.
And I've taken pictures at their events. They've created the At the Bar shirt. They've actually created merchandise for Renegade.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and here's the thing: they created merchandise for Renegade before. They've created stuff for me, but
Right.
I purchased two of their sweatsuits.
Hmm.
And even when
That has nothing to do with your brand.
yes,
Yeah. That's it right there.
I purchased their shirts.
Hmm.
Um, and when I get some more money, I'll be purchasing some more stuff. But when we talk about support, like support the brand, and that's actual support. Support is damn CP3, man. That Sports on the Hill hat look fly. Can I get that joint for
Can I
free?
get one? Like, yeah, you can get
You can
one,
get
but
one when you
I
pay
mean,
for
I
it.
ain't really got that. Or even
Mm,
bargaining for somebody's
mm,
price.
You talking about somebody asked me for
mm.
free shit.
No,
But
I'm
no,
just
I
saying,
mean,
but
like,
just in
if
general
you
though.
see his hat and he tell you the price, my thing is pay that
Mm.
price.
I mean, I once had a nigga came to me about Renegade, and he was like, "I support Renegade," and I said, "How you support?" I said, "The last time you came to the show, I gave you a free ticket." I was like,
That's not support.
and then,
I mean, that's
and
you
then,
showing up.
and then now when
Like,
I tell you I can't give you a free ticket this time, you like, well, can I give you
have you ever paid?
a couple times he kept asking for a discount. And I was like, that's not support, bro.
Yeah. Why did it? Here's my thing. If
Don't ask me.
if it was one of these mainstream artists, right? And they have a concert. Yeah, you're gonna try to look for one, but you're not gonna try to bargain for a discount. You're not gonna try to get it for free. Most of the time, people pay that price. They pay that ticket price, especially if you want to go and you searching for a discount. If Renegade don't have no coupon, you pay price.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm confused. I don't like it. You go into a clothing store, you're not trying to bargain with the salesperson.
And that's the thing I never understood. Like y'all will pay full price for something, but when we come with a product or something, it's uh
Like yesterday, a certain shoe came out, right?
what shoe came out?
Some Jordans came out yesterday. You
That's
know how many people was lined up to get them shoes?
everybody and their mama.
And you know what else? Let me tell you now. This is something that a lot of people don't know. Now I didn't participate this year, but last year I did. Bed Bath, no, Bath and Body Works. Once a year they had these because they got these big candles. The candles smell amazing, and they got 3 wicks in it. They're huge. The candles cost a lot. They go on sale once a year. It's a really big sale. People line up outside waiting for them to open at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
The fuck?
Like they're you know how like people would do when the Jordan's about to come out. That's what they do. They wait until it goes on sale and they go in there and they get it.
Damn.
It's real.
Um so
For some candles. You refuse.
I
let's
refuse
You don't want no good smelling candles.
not even the candles. That's crazy for some fucking candles. But the Jordans, I've said it once and I said it again. If I know something costs $20 to make, I refuse to pay over $200 for it. That's crackhead shit.
Dang, you got loud.
Because that shit makes no sense to me.
So let's talk about some topics real quick.
Yeah.
So of course I want to start this one off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want to start off with Black Panther, but we can't.
For the first time, I'm not the
Ooh.
last
Oh, that's shady as shit.
Ooh, this shit.
Oh, before I even go into this, since we're on movies and stuff real quick, um, they're saying that I like Black Adam, but they're saying that it 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 it, it missed its mark by 100 mil.
Yeah, it did.
Really?
Yeah. It didn't do anywhere near what it was supposed to.
But here's the problem. See, they purposely moved Black Adam to come out right before, like
Mm-hmm.
that was the first Black Panther did over $1 billion. I don't even know why they were trying to fuck with it this time. And the emotional attachment
But
to
see, at the same time, they weren't trying to. They weren't trying to. That's why they moved it because it was really supposed to come out like within a week of each other.
yeah, they really got fried there. And I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
As,
Because Black Adam, by the time they pushed it out,
yeah,
and by the time Black Panther came out, Black Adam had already started to fizzle. So they have no one to blame but themselves in reference to the money that this movie made or did not make.
because
I mean, what would they project the numbers for?
I think at least 500 mil.
What I do know is that they thought that adding Dwayne the Rock Johnson would bring
The
a
DC
lot
universe
more,
back.
but it did.
It did. It was a good movie.
It did bring a lot more to the table, but just not enough. And honestly, I feel like they didn't market this
I mean,
the way that they used to market
the
stuff.
thing about it is like this. So when Black Adam dropped, right, and it was the talk of the town. The problem is you only had a good 3 weeks because in between the talk of
And
the
that's pushing it, honestly.
yeah, because in between the talk of the town, the Black Panther trailer dropped,
Yeah.
and the trailers were amazing because they gave you absolutely the only clue that they gave you is that the Black Panther is going to be female. Other than that, they don't really tell you what the fucking movie is about.
And
But
well, they do tell you, they show you. We saw that there was going to be a funeral
yeah,
or something like that, but when it comes to Black Adam, I'm talking about before, just like Black Panther, that trailer, when that trailer dropped, we were talking about the movie, right?
yeah,
Well, what about the Black Adam? Because I feel like when it came to dropping their trailers and promoting the movie, I feel like they just did not. They put more effort into Wonder Woman than they did Black Adam.
because they didn't want to. They didn't introduce Black Adam the right way. Black Adam theoretically should have been introduced in Shazam.
There you go. And so and even with Wonder Woman, she was introduced in another movie.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that you'll see Marvel will
Do.
do. Marvel will introduce a character and then drop their feature film.
Yeah, and that's how they did with Black Panther. He was introduced in Civil War,
Right.
and then everybody was like, damn.
Yeah.
Um,
But and they did that. DC did do right by Wonder Woman.
except for that second one. That second movie was hot
Well, I'm
garbage.
talking about introducing her
Yeah.
for her feature film. But you're right. That second one was.
The great thing about that movie is watching Linda Carter still look good. Other than that, that movie was hot garbage.
Still haven't seen
But
it.
I feel
Don't
like
do it.
she was a she stole the show on Batman Superman,
Yeah,
which wasn't difficult to do.
because that movie sucked.
Right. But the best part of the movie was her, and the movie wasn't about her. So for the fact that she was the best part of that movie, and then they dropped her feature film,
And that first one was hot. It was good.
yeah, it was. I'll give it to them. But
And then they just dropped the ball.
I feel like with Black Adam, and I was scared that was gonna happen. I was scared that they weren't gonna do right by this film.
Because they were putting too much on The Rock.
Yeah, because the trailers, we didn't know. The first trailer I saw about Black Adam, I was like, well, what is this movie about?
I mean, yeah, true. However, the casting that they had, like the guy who they played Hawkman was good. Pierce Brosnan's Doctor Fate was good. Adam Smasher was good. Like the casting is dead on. They even brought up the Justice Society, which is another sort of like a Justice League thing. However, it's just you can't you can't fight the emotional bonds of Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. Especially after Chadwick.
Yeah. So uh, with that, it was going to being so close.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which is why they moved it up.
they should have moved it. They should have moved it to spring.
Because they
They should have. That movie should have never. If Black Panther 2 was going to drop in 2022, they should have been like, let's go to 2023.
yeah,
Like,
summer of 23 would have been good.
yeah, I'm not even fucking with it.
But at the same time, does Marvel
Mhm.
have something else coming out? Because they can't release
I
nothing
mean,
for Marvel does.
yeah, pretty
You
much.
can't. But you can't do it right after Black Panther because you know Black Panther would still run the the box office.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So we were talking about this earlier. Keefe D did it, and one of the Slim brothers did it from Cash Money. One of the Cash Money brothers did it, and now apparently Ti has done it. CP3 being that you are in the streets,
Was.
was in the streets.
Was.
uh,
Was.
Wait,
Tired.
CP3 sent
so and he said it on this podcast, and then like I said, so basically he told on a dead homie to get off of charges. That's a yeah, Ti, and he said he told on his dead cousin. That's how he got off some gun charges. Um, and then Keefe D had did the same thing to to about the whole told on his nephew about for the murder of Tupac, and then he also and then um, Baby's brother was serving a long ass bid, and he told on dead homies for some unsolved murders, and he got free. Now, Baby don't fuck with his brother because of that though.
Right.
I mean, if they dead and they're not doing no time for it, and if you can lay it off on them and give them enough proof and evidence to get your freedom, it's loopholes in the system white folks use all the time. If the brother's able to do that by it being true or whatever, and putting it on, someone that's passed away, and they buy it and get you off,
But
ain't no loyalty in being in jail. If you can get the fuck out, get the fuck out. That's the nigga. You can't make no money in the jail. You can't take care of your family in jail. So if you can find a way to get out, and without jamming up nobody else and snitching on somebody that's living and jamming they shit up and they money, I say, why not?
But it's just still snitching.
If they did, no, because in my estimation, snitching is when you're basically fucking up somebody else's game and putting something on them
And
that
they
wouldn't have
get
been
and
known
put
and
in
they get
jail.
put in jail for it. If these folks are already dead and gone, fuck they gonna do?
Does it
That's
make
just
you?
my opinion.
Do you feel it puts an asterisk by Ti's name or?
Most of these motherfuckers that did shit that ain't came to light. They just don't talk about it. So all these motherfuckers that claim to be hard and can be real, they all done been shit, been jammed up and might have suggested something else or something. So ain't none of these folks clean. Ain't none of these folks from the street and hard for real.
You think
When
I
that
could
when
work
that nah, because that shit killed like with the whole Rick Ross thing. Oh, he wasn't. Most of these folks, if you check their resume of the shit they said they did, they haven't done. So all this clout and all this other, if you can get your freedom and you ain't fucking nobody else over and they passed, and if you talk to their spirit and they said it's cool or whatever he said he did,
He said he talked to his cousin Spirit. His cousin told him, "Yeah, go ahead, snitch on me."
yeah, you know. So I mean, if that's help him justify doing it in his mind, then hey. But I mean, did you classify the snitching? I couldn't because, like I said, they gonna do. They gonna shoot themselves in the head, go get him in afterlife. What the fuck? So I say, hey, if you can get your freedom and they buy it, and you can, give them enough reason to believe it, fuck it. Like I said, that snitching shit is it's a hypocrisy because you talk about no snitching, but then when somebody do something to your family, you the first motherfucker calling 911.
well.
Lady Internet.
I'm gonna
Hey,
use the
see,
bathroom. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
hey, CBD, on your way back, could you bring me? Could you give me a cup
Get a
of?
cup. Yeah, I figured
Yes,
about
I
that.
And
think
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's all about
it's wine time,
we
baby.
need a cup as
I
well.
can sit with my pinky out.
What?
Oh
I thought he
shit.
was going to say something else. I was so sir. I was going to say, sir, this is not that kind of show. Please do not do that. But no, as far as the way I view it, I feel like you're showing your character. You're not a stand up person. And the concern I have with that, with people starting to snitch on people who are deceased, is they're not here to defend themselves. Are you telling the truth? Did they really do that? Or are you lying to benefit you because they're not here and we know we can't do anything about it? That's my problem. Like, what if you lying on somebody? And real talk, I don't believe in messing up somebody who's passed on, mess up their name or their
Their
image.
legacy.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. And like, what if they come back to haunt you? You know? And I watched. I told you I shared this with you guys before we went on camera. I watched this skit where someone snitched on their cousin or brother or something, and the cousin or brother appeared out of nowhere and was trying to fight him because he was like, "Man, I got kicked out of heaven because of you. You know, now I got papers because of the lies you telling here on earth." So I mean, you never. I'm not saying they're gonna get kicked out of heaven because of the lies you told,
Mhm.
but that's an issue.
It is. It is. I mean, for me, I think it's an integrity thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I always admire my brother because he went through certain real life situations in which he's always when it came to being 10 toes down or standing on the ground, he did what he had to do, and he said he would never put another man's family through what our family went through. Um, I thought that was one of the most powerful things that he said.
Right. And then my thing also, when you say integrity, okay, if you wasn't gonna snitch on me when I was alive,
But
why you snitching on me now?
and the thing about that even was is that I just know he was just going back and forth with Charles White, and I think he called him a snitch in the song, but then t-
Uh-huh.
it,
But here's the thing: people twist up the meaning of things
yeah,
to suit them. You see what I'm
true.
saying? So in his eyes, what he did is not snitching, but what somebody else did is. But you a coward, because like I said, if you wasn't gonna snitch on your cousin when your cousin was alive, why you telling all that business now?
I mean, I remember one time when I was younger, and I remember we were in a car, and we got pulled over for some weed, and it was me and my cousin John Brown, bless his soul, rest in peace.
Your cousin's real name was John Brown?
Yeah, his real name.
Okay.
And he, as the police, as the police were searching the car and was getting stuff, you know, they looked at all of it. They looked at both of us, and he looked at me. He,
I
he
didn't even ask.
he looked at me. He looked at John, and I said nothing. And John was. They had us both handcuffed.
Mhm.
We was right by Boston Common Mall. I never forget this because my cousin no no my sister was riding the bus and she saw the bus roll by looking at her brother get handcuffed. And
Man, that's not
yeah,
good.
it's not good. but i remember I remember having a conversation, and before when they asked about the weed in the car, I said nothing. And the first thing John said was, it's mine. He has nothing to do with it.
Mhm.
He don't smoke. um if there's going to be any charges or anything, that charge would be me.
Mhm.
Um, but not everybody has that in that situation, in that
Mhm.
situation.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, but now let's go to another crazy topic.
Which one is that?
It's called "Let's Swap a Celebrity for Arms Dealer."
While we sitting here talking about people getting charges.
I mean, we all knew. Well, I didn't say we all, but I
You
knew.
got to introduce the subject, CP3. Don't just jump in there.
We are speaking of the Brittany Grinder prison
Her name is
exchange.
Griner. You
I was
so
watching Mr.
that was like,
Fame.
that sounds
Did you
like
watch that movie?
Grinder. It's like that's not right.
If you watch my page, you know what I'm talking
Mm-mm.
about. But
You sound like a pervert with that one.
Right.
hey,
You really
it was
did
a
sound like a
funny
pervert.
video.
I was
It
like,
was a
what?
parody of when other chicks came out when she got locked up. They did their little song and dance. He did a song,
Okay.
of her getting free. He had the mask on. Yeah, I said,
Oh,
I
I
think,
did see.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw
that
that.
shit was hilarious.
Terrible. Absolutely.
But yes, there was a prisoner exchange for Miss Brittany for a world known arms dealer, Russian arms dealer, that for her freedom that the United States, swapped. I don't really have the issue because I knew that was the whole ploy and the reason why they levied her with that large prison term for that crime, because they were trying to leverage it to get the American outrage, to get the American government to free either. I thought it was going to be the spies that just got uncovered a couple of months ago. I didn't know they were going to go for the arms dealer, calling the merchant of death, which I think is the coolest name out there for arms dealer. But yeah, I think that's cool as shit. But we know that's what the Russians do. So I don't understand the outrage. I guess now because everybody's talking about it, so social media, everybody wants to be so-called expert and online talking about what should have been done and why did this happen and what about the Marine and all. Y'all shut the fuck up. Because y'all really don't know and really don't care. You just want something to talk about on social media. Next week, y'all be talking about something. So, to me, none of this stuff surprises me. As I always say, things that go on with this country and this country will never surprise me because I've seen the depths and the lengths they would go to keep their, thought process and, hierarchy in place. So any of this stuff that goes on, I don't understand the outrage. Like we know the country is crazy, we know the government is crazy, we know the politicians are crazy. So why are we upset when something crazy happens?
Right.
It's like
Right.
y'all just need to chill out, smoke a bowl, and go have some ice cream.
What? It's very specific.
I'm just
Is that what you do?
I don't smoke bowls.
Oh, okay. My bad. But my honestly, for those who don't know, Brittany was she had a vape pen cartridge, um, which apparently she has um, a prescription here in the States, but she's in Russia. It's illegal in Russia. She plays basketball in Russia. She had it on her. Um, and I see a lot of uneducated conversations about that. Just because it's legal here does not mean anything to Russia. Okay, that's the first problem that I've been seeing. Um, in Russia, for those who aren't cultured with this, they're not aware of Russian culture. They do not like Americans. That's number one.
What?
Right. And they also do not like black people. They also do not like lesbians.
But they love vodka.
Well, homosexuals.
Homosexuals as a whole.
Yeah.
So Brittany checked way too many boxes. So if you get caught with something like that and they throw the book at you, that should not be too much of a surprise. Do I feel that she should be in a Russian jail for 9 years? No, not necessarily, but at the same time, you did that crime. And like a lot of people would tell us here, you do the crime, you do the time. Not trying to be insensitive because I know that that's not something that she, would prefer. I wouldn't want to be there either. So I'm happy that she's home. However, she was traded for a gentleman who is definitely a notorious arms dealer, definitely nicknamed the Merchant of Death, which I agree is really cool, but it makes him sound like a supervillain. Um, but this man was arrested for trying to kill Americans. Doesn't that concern anyone that he was traded so easily and now he's out? Russia is in a war. They are not doing so great. Of course, they're gonna want him. Of course, they're gonna want him. We should have seen this coming. Many of us did. We had this conversation. You see these conversations flying around. But as far as the gentleman that's left behind, I do feel bad for him because this is now the second person since he's been detained over there that has been traded by U.S. government officials. So my concern for him is his state of mind. He, former Marine who went to someone's wedding or something like that in Russia, and Russia decided, oh, you're a spy. So they detained him. He did not do anything. He literally just went to Russia. That's it. So I feel for him. I'm hoping he's in a good state of mind because he's been there for 4 years and everyone's talking about Brittany's conditions that she was in. This man has been there for 4 years. So not to slight Brittany at all, not to talk about, whether this should have happened or not. I'm really hoping that this man still mentally is okay. Because I mean that could do a lot. So you've already been there for 4 years. You've had two people that have come after you now being released. And I want to say his brother kind of had that same sentiment, like I'm happy for Brittany, however, I'm concerned about my brother,
I mean, not to be insensitive, but these
You
places.
insensitive? Oh shit.
These places are fucked up.
Right.
And because certain folks think a certain way that, okay, I can go to this country that's way different from mine, way stricter than mine, and has a gangster as their president. And think that everything, and I'm an ex-military going for a vacation, and you have a paranoid prime minister. I'm not saying he asked for this to happen, but that's like in the horror movie when you hear a noise and what's that?
But that's what I'm saying. When you look at his situation and you look at Brittany's situation, it's different.
It's different, but I don't really have any sympathy for anybody that gets detained in these countries that they know that they don't like Americans. I have no sympathy because you go over there knowing that. So if it's far off that it might happen, but you have to put that possibility in your brain that I can go over here for a wedding to have fun and maybe it can go crazy because shit is crazy over there.
So to also shed light, this man, he's a U.S. citizen, but he was born and grew up in Canada. He has a different way.
So it adds. So
Yeah. Um,
Still,
So
you
you
got
still
you
hold
got
a
to
different way of thinking.
and that's the thing that I'm trying to
we
get people to realize. You can't live in that bubble. You
we
have to
about to
look
we
at
about
it
we have to
reality.
take our music break. Uh,
I was about to get deep in philosophy.
Aww.
uh,
I lost my train of
uh,
thought. Red wine was kicking.
I bet it works. So I'm gonna assume our guest is not coming, which is cool.
I told you I took that behind.
Yeah. Um, but I am gonna play a new song.
Is this one you're referring to?
Yes.
Is it the song or a video?
It's actually just a song. Um, but
Somebody brought in.
I did talk to
It's not.
Oh shit.
I did talk to Melissa V. Neal the other day.
Oh shit.
She's doing good. As soon as she sets the release date for the better video, she's gonna come through. And then I'm proud of that. I shot that video, Renegade, edited the shit out that video. She's very happy with the look of that video.
Okay.
It is a
It's looking good,
video.
baby.
It's a video that actually tells a story. And everybody who watched it, um, said the Renegade did an amazing job, and he brought the vision to life. So, definitely shout him out for that.
That's what's up.
Some things were meant to be, so why not let it be? And stop worrying about it. Long as we know what's in our hearts, we know our inner thoughts. Hey, no reason for concern. No, they're gonna talk, they're gonna talk, they're gonna talk, they're gonna say a lot of things about us. You said you know that love is not a sin, but you worry what the people say when they see me with you. Wonder what the crowd will say when they find us together. Wonder what the people say when they know we're in love. Wonder what the crowd will say when they find us together. You pass them on the street, yeah. Greet them with a smile.
Niggas don't want no smoke, niggas don't want no smoke, nah, niggas don't let shit go, niggas don't let shit go, nah, niggas don't want no smoke, niggas don't want no smoke, nah, niggas don't let shit go, my niggas don't let shit go, nah, my man, I'm on Hannibal Lecter, this morning your bitch, she just ate me for breakfast, loving the way how she scrambled my egg, but I told her that dinner is really my preference, stepped out the crib and I feel I'm the freshest, doing this shit with just minimum effort, if it's a problem, I'm ready to solve it, I do not do the subliminal message. Doing 100, coming up 50, doing about 60, hitting the exit. One of the realest that ever to rap it. Can't get this shit and I'm willing to bet it. These are the moments I feel like I'm chosen. Thinking about meals in the middle of the go-go. Stock rising on the Lola, dog. Howard China with the mumbo saw. Shining on them like it's armor. Big boss, that's the protocol. Get in my lane, 3 holes in your brain, head like a bowling. I was taught to hunt to pray till it stop breathing. And if the score is 10-1, we still ain't even. Cause baby, I'm a demon. Yeah. You see the rhyme and reason. You see my eyes is bleeding. That's cause I'm high as Jesus. Yeah. I'm riding with the heathens, lions and hyenas. Baby, I'm a demon. Niggas don't want no smoke. Niggas don't want no smoke. Nah. Niggas don't let shit go. Niggas don't let shit go. Nah. Niggas don't want no smoke. Niggas don't want no smoke. Nah. Niggas don't let shit go. My niggas don't let shit go. Nah.
Step like a fresh pair of J's. Stepping like we in parades. Boy, you better behave. You can wake up in the grave. All these chains on like a slave. Took lemons and made lemonade. Get paid, young niggas get paid. Eyes red, I ain't slept in 2 days. Get hit and I sleep with your babe. I cut her like she tryna shave. Can't save her, don't wanna be saved. What she do to me, you'll be amazed. I really be hanging with heathens. They really stop niggas from breathing. This beef, then we sinking our teeth in. I'm paranoid, stop all that reaching. I really got army guns. Shit look like Tommy guns. Right by my belly, yeah, Tommy buns. I'm so sincere, the Sean Carter song. Bro on that power flower, he take the pole, knock the power out you. Turn your lights out like a power outage. Got a problem, be ready to die about it.
I'm a demon. Yeah. You see the rhyme and reason. You see my eyes is bleeding. That's cause I'm high as Jesus. Yeah. I'm riding with the heathens, lions and hyenas. Baby, I'm a demon. Niggas don't want no smoke. Niggas don't want no smoke. Nah. Niggas don't let shit go. Niggas don't let shit go. Nah. Niggas don't want no smoke. Niggas don't want no smoke. Nah. Niggas don't let shit go. My niggas don't let shit go. Nah.
Y'all need to know what's up. Hey, look. Hey, DJ FM, you ready to do this shit? Hey, numbers. Let me tell you something real quick, man. You did your motherfucking thing tonight, man. Hey, we gonna hear, but they just heard you. You did? He said, who is he? You heard? Y'all know what's up. We only do this shit real right here. 1224 Shit Lounge. We doing this shit right. You heard? Hey, you ready, Slim? You sure you ready? You ready? Man, do your thing, huh? To the E to the N to the E to the G to the A to the D to the E. They call me Renegade, dog. I'm out here in the DMV, y'all niggas. I'ma tell y'all something one thing. My bad. Mic too close. Rapping $1 million. Hey, business $1 million. But showing love, that shit priceless. I'ma tell y'all that shit priceless. You ain't gotta pay for that shit. So show some love in here and show some love to these people that's getting out here and doing their thing. Trying to do something out here, alright? Let's get it pumping, dog. I'm getting pumping, alright?
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit, lie. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and make the 100 please. I just want the money, power, and a piece. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. dog. The hang of a rat's dog. You can never catch me frontin' out and back dog. I'm like, hey, back it up with these groceries, that's my safe word. All these binges be a drug, that's my gateway. I be such a big stabber, they call now Mayday. Dispatch to them feds, but you catch this KK. Every day's a payday. Open that safe, yeah. Won't do late, wait. Don't care what you say, yeah. I'm on the way. Jump back like 2 or 3. I make you fade away. I can never trust no dog, never give her what I got. I just put up on the dot that I put up off the line. You can never run my day, only thing you in my way. Always acting like a boss, every time I took a loss. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and make 100 G's. I just want the money, power, and a piece. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. Had to go and get away from the streets. Cause they know a nigga act is all on me. It's all on me, pay a fee. All these niggas all around me. We gon' see, ain't shit sweet. Got respect, cause ain't shit free. Pay for them shoes, pay for them jeans. Got you down to a T. Even riding through Miami, got me gripping on my heat. Gotta move fast, go by the tag when she down on me. All these snitches, all these ops, see them around for me. Never will be giving you props, don't you vouch for me. Always clutching on that guy, keep around with me. Tell them on the left, count up pesos. Someone check the record, they call me Fuego. You know that I'm a step, get out the way door. On my worst behavior, pull up the Draco. What the hate for? How my day go? Never really care what you fake for. On my payroll is what you ain't though. All these haters around me do what I say so. All on me, she all on me. She just watch me count about 100 G's. I just push that weight and make 100 G's. I just want the money, power, and a piece. All on me, it's all on me. I just touched down in LA for the week. Had to go and get away from the streets. Cause they know a nigga act is all on me.
I say all my niggas got good range. Put potato on that bitch and let it bang. Counting money while I'm smoking Mary Jane. You can't hang with us cause you ain't with the game. I say all my niggas got good range. Put potato on that bitch and let it bang. Counting money while I'm smoking Mary Jane. You can't hang with us if you ain't with the gang. Yeah, they call me Shake, and I'm all about my dough. Hell no, I don't like wireless, cause you know I cannot fold. I spend racks on myself, I spend racks on this fit. What I'm counting right now, hell no, it ain't counterfeit. Bitch, nigga, stop talking before we stomp you out. These chopper bullets right now, bitch, will make you walk it out. Say, what's that talking sound? Say, what's that mumbling sound? Say, nigga, scratch him out white chalk, we had to lay him down. I say, tell that pussy nigga, pipe down. Throwing money, stand on couches in the lounge. I say, tell that fuck nigga pipe down. We got guns with extendos in the lounge. I say, all my niggas got good range. Put potato on that bitch and let it bang. Counting money while I'm smoking Mary Jane. You can't hang with us cause you ain't with the game. I say, all my niggas got good range. Put potato on that bitch and let it bang. Counting money while I'm smoking Mary Jane. You can't hang with us if you ain't with the gang.
And we're back on the air, so and we came right back with Lady Antoinette making beatbox sounds. Um,
I was just going off the song.
so basically, Lady Antoinette had brought this up earlier about P. Diddy. Let's talk about this. I couldn't believe it when she told me. I had to go look it up. But apparently P. Diddy has a new baby. And what is the baby's name, Lady Internet? What is the baby's name?
Her name is Love Sean Combs. Love. I'm okay. I know a girl named Love,
Yeah, I actually had a young lady that used to work for me. Her name was Love.
but
Um,
Love Sean Combs. I mean,
so
I don't know
is
where the
the
Sean Combs from.
baby is the baby's mother? Is it the young lady from the City Girls?
No, she's not. Even though Diddy has openly been linked to her, but they said they're not exclusive.
So he out here raw dogging.
But this baby he has not released who the mother is, but we know that young Miami from City Girls was not pregnant. We also know that she unfollowed Diddy recently. So you know, and that's a big thing. You know,
Oh well, I mean,
it's a big thing.
she can, but her show was on Revolt, so she can be unemployed real quick too.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Regardless of the nature of your relationship, if I say be honest with we know that they have a somewhat open relationship, and she got into it with another chick that he been dealing with too. I can't remember. I want to say her name's Erica, but don't quote me on it. But she had gotten into it online with this other chick that he's been dealing with. All I remember is she's an Asian lady.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So he shut that down because he wants to be private. He doesn't want everyone knowing all the details of his life. So he shut them down really quickly about that. But Young Miami still was going hard for him. And she knows that he talks to other people, but to have a baby with somebody else is a little different. And if she thinks she's number one, and then you done made a baby with this other girl, you not number one, because she gonna have to be number one at this point. She just had his kid.
I mean, sometimes your number three can get bumped up to the number one slot.
But what happens to that number one?
She get bumped down to the number
There you
three.
go. So apparently, I'm sure that they probably had some words, but she seems to be, at least in her business state, her business sense seems to be good. But she's a smart young lady. I don't understand why she deals with Diddy, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't.
Well, I mean, it's
I mean, she gets a lot of opportunities that don't.
yeah.
So that's where I get it. But at the end of the day, you look like a crazy person. You laughing, but am I right?
I mean,
It makes her look crazy.
it's just crazy how stuff that gets put out and like
Yeah.
these celebrities and their relationships and babies and baby mamas is crazy.
And she was at the award show when he was presenting or something, or when he received it with a sign talking about Gold Poppy.
Yeah, he got a lifetime achievement award.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, she got a sign talking about Gold Poppy. But old girl, the Asian lady,
But
was
but
in the audience, talking about "Hey baby," and it was
but here's the thing too. I didn't make you do that sign
you right. But what I'm saying for her, she got herself
in a position.
looking crazy.
Yeah, she did.
You know what I mean? Because for me, but again, you're talking about people who are from different eras, different times. For me, I would not be so public with my relationship with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been. I mean, me personally, I don't even like him. I don't find him attractive or anything. But I understand if you want to be an opportunistic person, which she seems to be, then use your opportunity. You don't have to share light on your relationship, but at the same time, she wants her clout with it, so everybody knows she.
I mean, how much? I mean, you.
You know what? No, it was cheesecake first of all.
Cheesecake.
He made them people walk across the Brooklyn Bridge.
I seen like a skit that they did with the sugar cookies.
I thought you were talking about when he made all them people from making the band
Yeah,
walk
the
to get that cheesecake.
I mean, honestly, I don't feel. I don't care less about it. To be honest.
Honestly, I ain't no.
I mean, it is.
It's funny though.
It is.
He got the money to support the little motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's not even a factor because most of his children are grown at this point.
Yeah. So he should be a grandfather at this point.
Yeah, he can do it. He can get a nanny. I mean,
Apparently, he's not shooting blanks.
Yeah, he
Clearly.
just show up to the game,
Yes, quite a few.
sign some autographs. Yeah, take that.
Uh,
Now we got a whole new definition there.
No, that was always the definition.
Very true.
Shout out to Herschel Walker for losing and sending black people back.
Well, no, I mean, he lost to another black man, but
Nah, he sucks.
I'm happy that he lost.
I'm happy he lost. I'm just fucking with y'all.
But oh my god.
But let's talk about some.
He should
I'm not
be
gonna get into that.
represented.
But I do want to hear CP3's. We were talking about this earlier. About the Deion Sanders thing. So before you go in your soapbox or whatever. So Dr. Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club.
I saw that.
We had very interesting points and stuff. He was like,
he was better than normal.
Because one of the points he said that is that when we have somebody like Deion in an HBCU, it attracts more people to go to the HBCU.
Right.
But
when you have Deion in any school,
it attracts more black people to go to that
which
school.
we have seen
To
be true.
And the school that he's going to, one, they don't really even have the money to pay him. That was one thing. And two is that they only have, I think, 2% or 3% black. So they're
1.6.
1.6.
So
okay.
meaning all your black people are literally on the team.
On the team. Which is, it's not saying it's wrong, but I mean, it's one of the things that they're attracting them to get more blacks to come to the school.
Well, no, he took a program. I disagree. He took a program that was failing and made it great. So he's a good coach.
Yeah, definitely.
And Colorado is 1-11-1 as far as their record this year. So they need a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, CP3, before I take over, because I talk about this on my other show a lot. But go ahead.
I don't really have an issue with it. I hear the arguments that folks signed there to play with him. I mean, the coach to play under him, and it's messed up that he got these kids hopes up that they learn under him and he's gone elsewhere. If these kids make the pros, what do you think happens in the NFL? So I don't really see an issue with it. He's a quality coach. Like I said, he turned that program around, put them on the map. He's definitely helped the uptick of recruits to the HBCU. And if these schools just follow the format that he laid down, even with him or not, as long as they're still winning, players are going to want to go there. And with Colorado having such a low percentage of black players, black students or athletes or whatever you want to call them, maybe they will get more, minorities in those programs out in the big, the Midwest that normally wouldn't be out there. So that's open opportunities for other folks in a different area. So it's all in how you look at it. You have some folks that's going to look at it in a negative light if that's the way they choose to see it, instead of looking at it as an opportunity for him to open up doors for other folks that might not have been opened up before. It's like he did with HBCUs now. Like you say, recruiting is up. They're getting, ESPN views and all this other stuff. So it's all in what his plan is and what he wants to do with his career. Folks can have opinions on it, but honestly, I know he don't give a damn what y'all think. And honestly, it doesn't matter what other people think because he's doing what's best for him. And he did what he said he was going to do. He put that program on the map and made him a winner. You get rewarded for that, which means you go from a smaller program to a bigger program. That's the way it works. That's called progress. That means doing your job and getting rewarded for it. So how are you going to be upset by a man by making progress in his field that most folks said he wouldn't succeed in? And then when he does, you're going to ridicule him what he does with the success that he has.
I mean, I think what it is, they look at getting the bag versus the culture. But this is also
who's loyal to the culture nowadays.
But let me say
That's
this.
a problem.
Yeah. That is a big problem. But there's also a gentleman whose catchphrase is "must be the money." He's been saying since the early '90s, this is about the bag. He's also a two-sport athlete, but he's not the first professional football player to go to HBCU. Didn't Doug Williams do that too?
See,
Also,
Doug Williams, he was at Grambling for
he was at Grambling for a while.
for a while.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's what I say. It's, and you know, people just want to be upset to be upset. And what gets me is what they eat don't make you shit. So why does it matter?
I mean it's I think it's unfortunate, but I also think if that's his choice, that's his choice.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Lady Antoinette, go for it.
I don't know.
I feel like we're on this
So wait,
this
our
culture
video
thing.
is frozen.
Yes, it is.
It's just me and CP3. You're moving.
You're
Yeah.
good. Our joint is frozen. Your joint on the 6 streets.
I think 151 did it on purpose because I'm here.
But I mean, I don't.
Why am I not?
I don't understand.
Because it's a different camera. That means your camera froze.
I don't understand
That is
why
true.
it's an issue.
So I'll just while you work on that, they can still hear.
Yeah.
So coming from an HBCU, I'm a product of an HBCU. I know the environment. I know when it comes to football, when in HBCUs, people go for the game. They don't go. I mean, they go for the band, not the game. The teams usually suck. They usually lose. All of that. So with that said, let's kind of go run down with the facts on this situation. Dion went to Jackson State for $300,000 a year. The school was bringing in $19 million. The that's what was coming into the school.
Oh,
$19 million. That's the highest they had received up until that point. Dion said, "I'll take half." He said, "It's not about the money. I'm not here for money. We're gonna take half of my first year's salary and put into the to the facilities and things like that." He said, "I'm here for the culture. I want to put HBCUs on the map. I want to change the culture." That's what he said. He carried that on when he was talking to recruits. He was doing what you're supposed to do, whether it's true or not. That's what you tell recruits. You convince them to come to your school. One of those recruits was his own son. His son was at an SEC school, which is arguably the best division in college football. And he went from an SEC school to a SWAC school, which is within the HBCU network, right? So that's what Dion did. Now he has a job. He had a 5-year contract, no, 4-year contract. And, or was it 5? Was it 5 or 4? How long has he been there? Was he there for 2 years or 3 years?
I think it's been 3 years.
Okay, so it was a 5-year contract. So he did 3 years. So now breaking that contract means that you have to pay back half of the remaining salary, which is $300,000 a year. So that's going to put him at $600,000 left on his contract. He has to pay back half of that. So he has to give Jackson State $300,000. To Colorado, who has promised to give him $5.9 million a year. And you're right, unfortunately, Colorado does not have the money, which I feel like is kind of silly on Dion's part. But at the same time, they brought him more credit,
They're gonna get it back.
They said they're gonna get. They said that we're not worried about that. We're gonna have the money, but they don't have it right now. I mean, that is concerning. Like if I start a new job and I have my salary and my employer says, "Well, we really don't have the money to pay you, but we're gonna get it." You're getting Dion as a coach on credit, which is concerning, but that's his business.
Really need the money.
You're right, but that looks like the reason why he went to Colorado State. They're paying him $5.9 million a year. They're 11-1. It's not a good program. They have good facilities, but it's not a good program right now. So you have to do it from the ground up. So unless he's just addicted to having a challenge, which is the thing.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on. Also, Dion is an ambassador for Under Armour, and Colorado, he's gonna have to wear Nike. So that's actually contradicting some of the things that he has going on for himself. Personally.
He probably got to kind of get wear Under Armour hat, the rest be Nike. He probably got to work out.
Well, no, he has to wear Nike. Like that's already a given. What his relationship is with Under Armour, I guess he's gonna have to work that out on his end. but with Colorado, you gotta wear Nike.
He'll figure it out. He'll bend his man.
Yeah, you're right. But now that's one aspect of it. That's all of like the facts on it. Now the problem that a lot of people are having, they're saying that he's a sellout. That's pretty much what it's being said. And I will admit that he has chosen money over the movement. It's very clear. Is he at fault for that? Well, number one, we have known that Dion is about the money for a very long time. So it really shouldn't be that much of a surprise that Dion is choosing to go to Colorado instead of staying at an HBCU for the movement. That shouldn't be a surprise. I will say, I feel bad for some of the athletes who Dion convinced to join the movement and came over, and now they're having issues because they're going to be at this program. Dion has stripped the program of some of its coaches, not all, but some, and some of its players, including in that group of kids is his son.
Damn.
His son is going. You have, when it comes to transferring, when you're entering the transfer portal, there are limitations to how often you can do it with the certain exceptions and things like that. He uses one-time exception as far as the transfer is concerned to switch over to Jackson. Can he go to Colorado? I don't know if there's a loophole in this situation. I'm not sure, but
They will find a way.
I'm sure they will. They're going to look. I'm sure they're going to look. But the fact that it's going to be difficult for him to even go, I'm sure that's an issue. And apparently, his son is having an issue with his dad at this point. There's some friction there. Not sure that's their family business, but I do know that that's an issue. But as a parent, if Dion came to my house and sat down with my kid, said, "Hey, go to this HBCU, leave the school that you're at, and come to this HBCU so that you can join this movement, and I got you. I'm gonna help you with your career and all of this and that," and then he leave, I'm gonna be in my feelings. The parents, everyone else, I understand your concern. I do. Dion did tell us who he was. Do I respect him for that? I never really respected Dion in the first place.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have much respect for Dion.
Didn't see that one
anyway.
coming.
I mean,
I really didn't. I feel like
nigga
when
had a
he,
Jerry curl. What you expect?
but I mean, remember when he came to our team and how he handled that? I was like, man, this dude, he's a
Because
clown.
he wasn't used to this crazy ass fan base and media circle.
But he was a clown. I just feel like Dion's always been a clown.
Well,
I did think that, real talk, I did think in recent times that he has changed. I was like, oh, Dion seems to be like legit now. No, he's showing us who he was, who he always has been. But I will say, in reference to his impact on HBCUs, yes, he did bring Jackson State to a higher level. He did. He brought, so when I said they were bringing in $19 million, Dion had them at the point where they're bringing in 30 million. That's a big change. That's pretty good, don't you think?
looks like he did everything he said he was going to do.
So, but at the same time, when you leave an HBCU and you claim that you're there for a movement, you have to be very careful on how you leave.
Yeah.
If you're there for a movement, you have to be very careful with how you leave. I feel like it was disrespectful to HBCUs the way that you're leaving, and if you're stripping them of their resources. So, with that said, is Dion stripping them of their resources? Well, he sort of is.
Not if he bought them all that money increase, they can go out and get another quality coach and build up the staff.
You're
again.
right, but they're still. Here's the thing.
But who?
Think about the
But no,
draft.
quite coach is not Dion.
Think about the draft. Dion had many complaints about the representation of HBCUs in the draft. I feel like Dion's job for what he said he was going to be there for is incomplete. I just feel like it's incomplete. Should you be angry at it? It depends on who you are as a person. I do feel like there was still a lot of work to be done. Can other people pick up that? Yes.
Yeah,
Will
he
it be
started it. That's
difficult?
like, what more could he have done? He did his
Oh, no,
job.
no, no.
He
It's a
played his
lot more
part.
that he could have
This
done.
whole movement shit, it trips me out because it's
But
only a movement when it suits certain people.
Right, but it's a movement. It was supposed to suit the HBCUs.
Yeah, but I
But
get it.
Dion
But
is the one that said, "Let's do this movement."
exactly,
That's
it's
the
the same way
difference.
Donald Trump did the same thing with a photo op when he got in the office with the HBCUs, and they bit line and sinker on that shit.
Okay.
We talked about that for 30 seconds and it was gone, but now we talk about a coach leaving the school and go, and we're not going to bring up
But
that up. This
was
is
a
the
movement.
hypocrisy. It was a photo op. It was an opportunity to get his foot in the door as a coach.
Let me finish.
That's
what
what
I
I'm
was
saying.
saying.
It's too much emphasis
Let
put
me
on
finish
it.
what I was saying. Here's the thing. Not only is Dion leaving with some of his coaches, it's not just affecting Jackson State. Just like him coming to Jackson State, it really should have affected all HBCUs. You do have some people that decided to go and coach HBCUs because of that. Like Eddie George, for instance, he decided to go and coach at HBCU. But Dion has now started poaching other SEC coaches from other schools. I think it was Mississippi Valley State coach. Their head coach has now resigned, and he's going over to Colorado with Dion.
And that gives opportunity for somebody else to get that head coaching job, which
You're
probably
right.
will be a minority.
But
So that's opening up opportunity for somebody else.
My final point on this situation. Dion is a leader, whether he wants to be one or not, whether we want him to be one or not. Dion is a leader. People look at Dion and they follow behind him. They want to do what he does, want to do what he did. Dion, whether he realizes it or not, this is for appearances. It looks as though he uses HBCU as a stepping stone to something else.
That's what most
normally,
coaches
hold
do.
on, which normally isn't bad. However, when you tell people that the HBCUs should not be a stepping stone, that they should be, because you use it as a stepping stone to greener pastures, right? If you're telling people HBCUs need to be the greener pasture, then what you're doing is contrary to what you're doing. So Dion, in a sense, from the speeches that he gave when he got there to the speeches that he gave when leaving, he's being a hypocrite. But are we surprised?
Well,
Because
how long
it's
was he
Dion.
supposed to stay there? In the 3 years, like you said, he was there. He
Well, he
increased
didn't
the
even finish
revenue
out
of the
his
school.
contract.
But he did what he increased the revenue of the school.
Come
He
on.
got some more
But
notoriety. He
didn't.
improved the
That's what I'm
program.
saying. When
So he
people
did
ask that
everything he said
question,
he was going to do. So how long
no,
was
he
he
didn't.
supposed to stay there?
He didn't. He didn't do everything he said he was going to
He
do.
got more recruits there. He got the national attention title, and he built the program. He got the facilities better because he gave up half
So
of his
it
contract.
wasn't
So he
just the
did
school.
everything that he was supposed that he
No,
said he
he
was going
didn't
to do.
because he said that he was going to do certain things for HBCUs.
And he did for all the brand that has a more
But
recruits to the
he's
HBCU.
not at the level that he said he was going to achieve.
Well,
So
because
therefore,
he had something else, a better offer that he could make more money and do it on a bigger level, which will probably take him where
money.
he wants to go
Right.
to
He
the
said
NFL.
money. Keep in mind, Dion said it wasn't about the money.
But he gave up half his salary to build the facility. So I mean, it's about the money. In the end, all you don't get into coaching. You give up, you sacrifice your life more than you do as a player when you're a coach.
Right.
So to say it's not about the money is a catchphrase, which is what the same white
That's what I'm
people do
saying.
when they. So I don't understand because a black man plays the game to achieve in the white man's world, it gets held against him. But when the white man does it, it's okay because he's the white man.
But that's
He's
my
playing
thing.
the game.
Here's the thing. When for me, I look at it like this. I'm not mad at Dion because it's not my business, it's not my concern. However, I can acknowledge that what Dion said he was going to do is not what he did. Plain and simple.
He didn't do it to extent people wanted him to.
No,
but
to
he
the
did
extent
what
that
he
he
said
said-
he was going to do.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't tell me.
He put them on the map.
You can't
HBCU, he did.
You're-
He
that's-
changed the
that's-
whole culture.
But you're satisfied with a certain level. Dion said he was going to go above that level. Had he finished out his contract, maybe he would have. But I feel like if you want to say that you're going to change the culture of surrounding HBCUs and sports, then that's different. You're talking internal.
But he can't do it all himself.
You're right, but you're talking
So
internal.
he's
But like I
laid the
said,
groundwork for it to go further. He shouldn't have to be the
Dion's-
pioneer of it and sacrifice
Dion's work was
a
not
bigger
done.
and better opportunity that can leap him to where he wants to be as an NFL coach. Because
Dion-
he'll be
but
on the mainstream.
At the end of the day, real talk, if you go from one job to another, are all your tasks done at your old job?
It depends on the situation in which you leave. I don't know the situation with the college program, but I know it's better with him leaving than it was when he got
Whether
there.
it was better or not. If you had
That's the
certain
point. That's the
tasks,
point of the coach is to make it when you leave that the program is better off
but
when
this
you
wasn't.
left
It
it
wasn't
than when
for
you got
Dion.
there.
His speech was not just about Jackson stuff.
Well, perspectives change throughout years. That was like you say 3
So
years
is it
ago. So
wrong to
his
call
point.
Dion a hypocrite?
It depends on your point of view. And like I say, my point of view, he played the game as trying to get in the coaching ranks and being and going through that and understanding how it works. He played the game.
Right, but
And I don't see anything wrong with that.
when you play the game and you're using your people as the pieces, that people are gonna have
Everybody
problems.
uses in the game, everybody uses everybody. The people are the byproduct. Your goal is to get on the mainstream to get paid for your skill and your talent and what you do and what you excel at. That's what we do with this podcast, and that's what we hope to do to get picked up and get paid for what we do because we excel at it. That's what he did. He
So-
played the game
So
because he
do
was
you
a.
feel he stepped on anybody in this process?
I haven't seen anybody. He played the game. He got his foot in the door. He put himself on the sideline. He built the program up. He made it a winner, and he talked shit while he was doing it. That's what mostly rubbed people the wrong way. And then because he was successful, which is the natural progression of things, you get a bigger contract at a bigger school to progress your coaching career. This is the tree that you make. Some coaches wait 20, 30 years for that opportunity. He's got it in 3.
Right.
I'm not going to be upset with him in any way, shape, or form because I've tried to get into the coaching ranks and I know how hard it is. So because he has the name and the skill and the talent and was able to do what he said he was going to do, maybe not to the extent that some people would want him to, or maybe what he said he was, but your perspective changes through the years of what he has going on. Maybe he has alimony or something. Maybe he got a baby on the way that we don't know about. He got to take care. So I'm saying his circumstances may have changed. Where okay, the movement was his prime objective at first, but now
So
through
let
the
me ask you a
success that he had,
question.
he decided to change his course.
Hold
I
on,
don't
let
see
me
anything
ask you a
wrong.
question. Based off of what I said,
Mhm.
do you think that I am angry with Dion?
No, I don't think you're angry with him. I mean, you have a point that you don't like what he did, and you have good facts behind it to back it up. I'm not going to say you're wrong for feeling the way you feel.
Because
I just feel
I've
different.
seen a lot of people say exactly what I said,
Mhm.
and people are like, "Well, why are you angry with Dion?"
No, I don't think you're angry.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not mad at the man for taking a job. However, for me, when I go from if I'm working somewhere and I'm about to leave the other job, I'm trying my hardest to make sure that I leave that previous job in good faith. I don't have any tasks that are left incomplete. But at the same time, when I'm at a job, I'm not on a contract. You see what I'm saying?
True.
If you're on a contract, for me, it would be in my best interest to finish off that contract. That's just me, personally. But Dion was on a contract. It wasn't like it was just a regular job. This is not a regular job.
Okay.
And if I come to a job and I tell them I make all these promises, I'm gonna try to complete all of them. Especially if I'm on a contract.
Definitely.
Like I said, coaching, it's a crazy world. And if you get that opportunity, contract or not, like I say, 600,000, getting a contract for 5.9. They don't have the money. Like I said, once they get the people in the stands, they want to have the money. You want to pay it all.
Now let me ask you
So-
this: if they really don't have the money and they're late with his payment, then what?
Yeah. Like I say, money ain't an issue for him. But if he gets it, he gets it. He's
They
playing.
got
He's
money.
playing the long game. He's playing
Well, I
the long
mean-
right now they don't have the money.
Oh, it's there. Trust me.
They
Some-
gonna
some-
get-
some-
I'm gonna pay you in increments.
Some
Right, but that's what they
some
do.
alumni is
They
gonna
just-
come out
they
their
literally
pocket.
Just gave them.
Because-
Actually, did a bank just that works for the actually Colorado just gave them
Okay.
almost 10
'Cause
half of what they owe.
Because so at the end of the day, they have a full amount for the contract. Their increments are supposed to be 5.9 per year, right?
So he's getting 5.9 million per year.
Per year.
Well, college coaches make
Yeah.
that.
Well, depends on the colleges.
Well,
but
yeah, good college coaches.
but the reason why they didn't have the money is because if you watch, I don't know if you guys watched the video of him touring the facilities and having the meeting with his team. Well, the team that's there. Let's say that because it's not about to be his team. That's a whole nother story. But they spent money on that facility. That facility can compete with NFL teams' facility. It's
Damn.
amazing, amazing. But they got like a few pools.
Oh shit, yeah, they got
You
the
know,
money.
like they have state of the art. Like for real, when they say state of the art, you know, most of the time we have these thought processes and what's there. No, this is really state of the art. Like this the best technology, the best stuff is amazing. So they have that, but then this team ain't been good in so long. So they're not really bringing in money like that, but they have this state of the art facility. Think about it. I just told you they're 1-11-1. They've only won one game this season.
Damn.
So when you have a losing team, you're not bringing in a whole lot of money. So they don't really have the money for Dion. So if they got a bank to give them money alone, which is another issue, because that means you really don't.
Yeah,
have
yeah,
money.
think of it like this though. Too. It's Deion Sanders.
Right, but
Deion
Deion-
Sanders just went 11-0 last year.
Right.
He was an
And
undefeated coach,
right.
and he's Deion Sanders.
Right.
So when you
And
bring
like
that
I
type
said,
of attention,
he brought
Yeah,
in.
tuition to go up.
They were bringing in $19 million at Jackson. Dion got them to $30 million. So Dion will bring the money, yes, but it's really concerning to me. Like real talk. If y'all went somewhere and they said this is your salary and you find out they really don't have the money, you're gonna look at them sideways until you get that money in your hand.
Somebody's getting DDT.
That's it.
they're gonna
We
Yeah.
need it. Like I say, he does it.
Well, they can't afford to
I
not
like
pay
the
him
Jeff
because
Bezos
people
not
are-
walking in somewhere saying, "Oh, this $1.5 million," and he wants to buy it, even though he got it. Even if he didn't have it, he's a businessman. He's gonna find a way to get
Right.
it to pay it.
Right.
They're gonna do it.
Right,
It's gonna
but they can't afford not to because they're gonna sign a contract with him
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
have to pay him
Already.
Otherwise, he's gonna own.
because you can't breach that contract.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's gonna own the school or the football field.
Otherwise, he's going to sue you, and he's not going to be your coach anymore.
Yeah. True.
But it's a bigger picture to it too.
Well, yeah,
Because
they're
he's
trying
not
to
only
sue
he didn't only take that position for money. He made it. He's actually making a way for people, for HBCU players that don't get seen because of HBCU to
Right.
get seen in place like that. Because now you know who the quarterback is, his son.
Right.
So it's a bigger picture
Which
than.
I'm gonna be real with you, his son, he gonna have a hard time.
Oh, he be alright.
He gonna have a hard time
Yeah.
compared to
What was his stats? Carol? 37 touchdowns, 2
Okay.
interceptions,
in
7,000
that's
yards.
swag.
That's great.
That's swag.
That's hard.
So when
Anybody.
you come to a different division, when you come to a different conference, you're going to see a whole different ballgame. So your son's stats are not going to be the same as it was at Jackson. Let's be real. They're not going to be the same.
Because you get a high quality talent on a Division I level than you do on the HBC level. So it's going to be tougher competition.
It's
So
going to be a
if
lot
his
tougher.
son is that dude, then he's going to be able to adjust and excel. If he's not, it's going to get shown.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And
So,
he will if he's not up to par, it's gonna be front row, like everybody gonna see it.
but either way, he's still going to get.
Well, no, that's-
I mean, first of all, the fact that he's Dion's
Get
son
more
already
insight.
got him
Exactly,
got
because
some
he's
looks.
Dion. Yeah, because he's Dion.
But his
son.
oldest son,
Down to the
Dion
black college.
Jr.,
And he's
has
gonna
some
be a-
issues.
And he's going to be a project wherever he goes.
Dion Jr. has some issues. And then you have Shiloh, who's having he may have eligibility issues at this point, which is and that's because he went from his SEC school over to an HBCU, following behind his dad. So that to me, that's like a conflict within the family that you're gonna have to address. Like I said, if it were my kid and Dion did that to my kid, I would have a personal issue with him. But what do you do when you've done it to your own? So that's going something Dion will have to iron out with his son, because his son is really in his feelings about it.
He'd be all right.
I mean, he'll be all right if they iron it out. Like real talk, this is because your father may be Dion. He may have a lot of money, but if you're trying to make a way for yourself, yeah,
At the end of the day, most likely has his best interests at heart. It isn't just about him. He doesn't just want to rip his son out of school where he was already starting it and, transfer just because it's on a whim. As a father, I got to give him that much credit. That's just as him being a father in his kid's life and being an integral role. I don't know him personally. I don't watch it if he got a show or whatever, or they in
He
his life.
used to, but I don't.
Yeah,
I never
so
watched.
I don't know, but as him knowing that he's, a caring father, I can't see him ripping him out of the school, putting him in a bad situation. It's not going to help him or put him in a better position than he was already in. That's just my opinion.
It's a very interesting topic.
That's my hope.
Yeah, and then like he brought now his other two children that are college athletes are coming to Colorado. Like his daughter plays basketball, she's going over to Colorado. She's going to play for them. And then his other son, the quarterback, is coming over. So we'll see. I'm wishing Dion's family as a whole the best. I really hope this situation with his other son can get ironed out.
Okay, I got a crazy one for y'all now.
Well, hold up before we have a quick segue into some quick sports convo real quick. Concerning the NFC playoff picture, with the results in from almost every game in week 14, a lot of folks were concerned about the Commanders having the tie last week and swore it would hurt us. It actually worked to our advantage with us having a bye week that we went from the number 8 seed to the number 6 seed.
Amen.
Because the Giants lost to the Eagles and Seattle ended up winning.
Seattle
ended up winning, which puts them at 7-5 also. So currently we are 7-5-1, sitting in the number 6 spot with I'm going to go ahead and say the must-win game against the Giants this week. That would be the tiebreaker since we tied the first game. So they have to win this game for one to not even secure, but to continue being in a playoff spot. And they have to win it just doing GP because there's no reason they should have had a tie the last game.
I agree.
They have to win this game.
We should have beat y'all.
Both teams had opportunities to win that game and found a way to keep it a tie. I don't know if they were playing for the tie to make this game more dramatic so to get flexed to Sunday night. I don't know. But they both had opportunities to win this game in overtime and in regulation. So both teams are evenly matched. Both teams, play the same way. But, running the ball, physical defense, and try to force turnovers and don't commit any turnovers. So that's the game plan. But currently, you have the Dallas Cowboys are in the number 1 wild card spot at 10-3. Seattle's in the number 2 wild card spot at 7-5. And the Washington Commanders are in the 3rd playoff spot at 7-5-1, with the Giants at number 7 at 7-5-1.
Look at that.
Yes.
So, are y'all ready for this topic? I'm about to tell y'all. TV3 should know something about this topic because he will previously in a past life.
Yeah, thank you.
In a past life.
It's the same life, but just in the past.
It's in the past.
Let's not pretend.
So a Howard County man is accused of killing another man in Coxeyville after a woman who had sex with both of the suspects and the victim earlier that day. So basically, I guess they did a threesome, and then he went back and shot the dude.
And why was that?
It didn't say. I was trying to figure out.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. The last time I heard a story very similar to that, it was because the woman spent too much time with one man than the other, so he shot the other man.
That's why I tell niggas threesomes are dangerous.
Well, I don't understand the desire to have a threesome and then go kill one of the people. Why did you agree to it?
First of all, 2 dudes and a woman is not a threesome.
What is it?
Well, hold on. You don't know in this situation, but go ahead.
Well, true. Okay.
You don't know what this was.
I don't even know it was a murder.
Behind closed doors, so you are right.
All we know is the 3 of them was in there naked, and now somebody dead.
Somebody got penetrated. That's all we know.
Somebody. We don't know how many.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's crazy because I tell dudes when in that situation, you gotta be careful because you can get hurt physically and emotionally. Because if you can't satisfy one, don't try and satisfy 2.
Or if you're in the room and you got a lady, let's say it's your lady. There's another gentleman in there, and that other gentleman give her the business better than what you're giving, you gonna be in your feelings.
Yo, CP3, could you
You
have you have
that might happen too. You never know.
have you ever been? I ain't gonna say have you ever, but how would you feel if you in a situation with you, your man, and a chick, and then y'all both banging the chick out? Is that awkward to you, or
Yes, was that awkward to you? Was it awkward?
that was shady as shit? Yo, that was some shady shit right there.
I told you we're not gonna pretend to that. We're not gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah.
No, it was not awkward.
See?
It was his chick.
See, there you go, right there.
I just ended up in the mix because she was chilling, drinking.
She requested you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just kicked
And what did
off.
he do?
He was cool. It was just chick that he was chilling with. It wasn't like it was his lady or nothing. So.
Okay, but I have a question. What were you doing to make her request you for this?
What did you
You
say?
know what I
Were
mean?
you barbecuing? Did you say shit like, once you have my meat in your mouth?
Did you grill? Because that's what you do when you. I've heard you say this to people. When you grill, it's like he'll say something. So for all of you ladies
What you say?
that have had to, do we have our number up? Because all of you ladies,
Yeah, there's a phone number up. It's a new phone number.
have had the unfortunate situation of having CP3 grill for you and asking you, did you like?
Did you like my meat in your mouth?
In your mouth. That's a honest question.
Call us and tell us your story. You know, let the world hear.
I'm interested in how my meat tasted in their mouth. I want to know.
I swear.
When you say things like, once you have my meat in your mouth, you can never go back.
I feel like 98% of CP3's like ratchet. Just 98%.
The funny thing is, I've heard him say that to people.
Right, I have too. That's what I'm saying.
So I know it's not a lie. Like I found it, like with a straight face, no smile, with a straight face.
How is it that 98% of your life is just absolutely ratchet?
You be like, yo, once you have my meat in your mouth, you'll.
And I've seen so many ratchet situations personally. Or like I know about, there are certain ratchet situations I didn't have to hear from him.
But you just know.
But I know about these ratchet situations.
And then you like, CP3 was involved.
Or he went back and told me later. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because it fits into what I saw personally.
So now you got to get a new catchphrase.
It's no more catchphrases, man. I'm off the market, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Saying, like when you're grilling,
Yeah, you gotta have something.
You have to say something different.
Yeah, something.
Deemed inappropriate.
Yeah, something PG.
It was inappropriate anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out. I need you to understand that it was very inappropriate initially, but now it will be highly inappropriate.
You can't.
It's all in how you take.
You can't be grilling and a female comes and asks for, can she get a piece of that steak, and you be like, oh, you want my meat in your mouth? You can't say shit like that.
As she's eating the steak, you're like, how does my meat taste? Like,
Yeah, you can't say shit like that no more.
It's my meat. I bought it. I paid for it. I cooked it. I seasoned it. That's my meat.
He is highly disturbing. Like,
I seasoned that meat. I cared for it.
You cared for it?
Yes. I seasoned it with tender care.
Tender.
This show is going
Right
to hell.
now, you cannot use that word.
This show is going to hell. We're in hell right now.
I'm just saying.
Ew.
So let's get back to your situation, your old situation. So when you did this, the dude was just standing there.
No, we was at the same time.
She was passing her back and forth, or she was like had hands on both of y'all.
Oh, she took it in both holes at the same time.
She did that too.
Oh.
And you know
my thoughts on that, because you got mad at me when I told you my thoughts on that.
What?
Before we had this conversation before, and we probably should pull up the footage, but he got really mad at me when I said, when you do that, there's only a very, very thin piece of skin
There's
in
a
between
thin line
the
between.
I know.
So I probably will ruin this for him for the rest of his life.
I mean,
and
it only
any man
happened.
that's watching, that is thinking about doing that,
It only happened twice.
I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like school nurse. When one man enters the vagina, the other one enters the anus. There's a very thin piece of skin in between the two of you when you're inside.
So yes, you
So
do
just-
feel the other. Yeah, you do.
So
yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Like I said, it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
So
that is so disturbing.
I mean, like I say, it was.
No, just the whole act is just.
I mean,
so I
really.
kind of want to just have this conversation. I remember when I brought
Oh,
this.
you want to have another conversation? It's
Yeah.
probably worse than this one.
Yeah, it is. CPT should love the topic though.
Huh?
Well, the old CPT would love the topic.
Mhm.
I don't know about this new CPT.
No, he probably still would love to have a conversation about it. I don't think that's going to change.
The difference between hoes and side chicks.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting video you shared.
Yeah.
That was. I must say, I agree with everything she said. I've never had a side
You
chick
got to
like
tell.
that.
Everybody hasn't seen this
I
video.
mean, I can't remember. You probably remember better than I do. I don't remember the exact way
I
she
don't
broke
remember
it
what
down.
she said, but I know how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've never had a side chick because when I've been in a relationship, I be faithful until it's time not to. And I've dated hoes before, so I don't really know the difference. I've never had a side chick, but the way she broke it down,
It's basically a side chick knows her place.
yeah, pretty much. So I guess I had side chicks even though I wasn't in a relationship, most likely. I mean, that's
Because they knew their
75.
place.
Yeah.
But a hoe can know her place. I mean, not
Most
a
hoes
hoe
don't.
can still be respectful of what you got. But one thing that I've noticed is that if you have a side chick, she's more likely to just be dealing with you than a hoe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's another factor. A hoe is just she everywhere.
Side chick has a sliver of north.
Right.
More than a hoe.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, a side chick can be a hoe, but a hoe is a hoe all day. Like real talk.
I don't really deal. I've never really dealt with hoes. Except for-
Nigga, you just say you didn't really deal with
I
side
was
chicks.
about to say.
No, I was thinking. I'm talking about dealt with.
Make
niggas,
your
but I
mind
hit
up,
'em
nigga.
Smashed them and got
But
rid of
that's
them.
what
I
a hoe
never.
is.
Yeah, that's what I never really dealt with them. I
I
just
mean,
looked at what they were
not-
for and just got rid of them. I never really conversed with them after the fact. I hit them up. Hey, what you doing? I'm home. All right, I'm on my way. I got some backwoods.
So you really on some? I don't let them hoes.
That's how I was back in the day. Yeah, it was.
You don't
No,
let
you're
them
saying you leave the club, you strike out with nothing, you go through your Rolodex to see who you can hit up. Hey, you see you can hit up who most likely up, and if you come through with some smoke and some wings and some mumbo,
So
Mumbo sauce?
you get some mumbo.
For any lady who has had the unfortunate pleasure of having CP3 hit them up at club closing time, offering chicken and mumbo sauce. Hey, ain't what you just said, based off what you just said.
It happens sometime, but
So,
If you were approached, even if you did not partake in the chicken wings and mumbo sauce,
they know me by early.
call us.
you know you about what?
I'm sure that you were ready to tell your story. If it was CP3, if it was Foots, it was
Oh,
Nah,
anybody,
that nigga named Earl.
Earl, whatever. If he looked like this one right here, imagine him with cornrows and a white beater.
Nah, don't do that.
Or anything. Don't imagine him with cornrows and a white beater.
Yeah, don't do that.
But they ready to tell their story.
They ain't got no stories.
They
Remember,
got
you
got
ain't-
stories.
Remember, you ain't got no stories.
What? What his threatening nature?
I know.
Remember, I got video.
Why did you change
Oh,
it?
what the fuck?
What's wrong? What's going on
I
here?
let people know.
He said I got video. No, that is, you know what? I'm not fooling with this.
I know.
This is bad. This is awful.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. We're probably gonna about to wind this. I'm tired of them.
That's cool, baby. That's cool, baby.
Real talk though, if we have, I would love to interview, whether by phone or in person, any black liquor owners. And it doesn't have to be for entrepreneur. You know what we're doing for entrepreneur. Just in general, I would love to interview a black liquor owner. Maybe even talk about even sponsorship or something like that for at the bar. But I would love to interview any black liquor
You
owners.
know, I came across a guy and he didn't get back to me. I'm gonna follow up with that.
So
Work on that.
we got some future goals. We got a new year coming up. I got some ideas, and you know I guess we got to find a new bar. So we've been this whole. Damn, we did this whole bar. We actually used one bar for this whole year.
No, for like 2 years. What you know?
Oh shit.
I
Yeah.
think we did one time.
So yeah.
We
So
did mine last year, so I don't know. I might let her rock. I might change it out.
so I gotta find a new bar for us to be in. And then I want to change some things up too. You know, I do want to get into us when we do go to certain events and like I do want to tape us going to the distilleries and stuff like that. And you know and show the difference of the show and stuff. And also too, artists, I love y'all, but we about to really spotlight in 2023 like the entrepreneurs because you gotta have more than one side hustle. The gentleman that just came up, they'll be back in February. They were here last week because they also have a clothing line.
Right.
So we want to really talk to because there's a lot of great black people that are doing it that are just not that aren't just entertainers.
Right.
And I think we need to support their business.
And also bringing a financial planner to the table once we talk about
It's so funny when he talks about certain things, his voice completely changed.
You gotta get a
Yeah.
journalistic voice.
He
man.
said,
I-
so.
and I want us to really do when we do change up the show and show the growth and stuff. And we'll still interview artists, but it's not gonna be the main focus. How's it been for the last several years?
Okay.
We'll still do y'all and stuff like that, but when artists do things like don't show up, we're not gonna waste time keep giving people a platform to play your music when we have tons of artists that are out of town that actually still watch the show and share the show and like the show when we got people in hometown that can't do the simple things. So
It's what it is.
because truth be told, um, look, we got cameras, we have lights, like we could be shooting a reality show, we could be shooting shows and stuff that's on Tubi. We can really help people grow. Um, when we dropped a better video, that's a product of network. Salute to my guy Dave, Super Dave,
Yep.
because that's a product of networking. You know, um, he came to me, boom, boom, boom. All right, let's do it. And and I wanted to do like I'm working on some stuff now. So my whole thing is to grow, and as we grow, the truth of the matter is not everybody when we start this journey, not everybody's gonna make it. Like some of the people who were regulars on the show as we start to change, they're not gonna be back because we've gone on to bigger and better things. So don't say I didn't warn you. So other than that, we'll still play some of your we'll still play hot music, but but I don't think in 2023 they're gonna be the feature. Like that's one of the reasons, like I said, the month of February,
Yeah.
like we're doing all entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Black History Month. Black entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We're doing all entrepreneurs the whole month. So don't come to me and be like, "Oh, can I be on your show?" Because obviously, if you're asking me, that means you weren't watching the show. Then, because I'm telling you that you're not going to be on it.
It has to be another month.
Okay. And and just because we may and then let's be honest, we may expand February into the month after because
Maybe so many.
there may be so many, and I really want to get these because I gave y'all 2022. I gave y'all artists the whole platform. But and there's other people that we need to talk to. So.
Sure. Oh.
And CB3, are you gonna be watching the World Cup? Sounds like a no.
If I wanted to watch two people trying to score all game
Here we go.
and fail,
Here we go. I knew it.
I'll just watch Big Brian instead.
Oh my goodness.
But you can always tune in to Sports in the Hill podcast on Monday night to hear Robbie G and his World Cup roundtable talk about the soccer or football, what you want to call it.
They know
Excuse
what
me.
we want to call it, because it's soccer.
Well, I don't know what you call it. I call it. Never mind. I don't want to alienate part of it.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, tune in tomorrow night as always, talking Capitals, which they're up right now, 1-0 on Winnipeg with a 2-man advantage in the second period. And be talking some Wizards. I've been checking out some of the scores. They've been coming up just a little bit short in some of their last games. Porzingis has been, putting up good numbers, but unfortunately, it hasn't been enough to get them over. And definitely we'll be talking some Commanders heading into the Giants game that got flexed to Sunday nights. So I'll be here next week watching the game. So yeah, y'all see some crazy looks or hear me say some crazy shit, you already know what it is. Make sure you check out the website, sportsotthp.com. Check out the show tomorrow night starting at 9. Robbie's Twitch channel, YouTube channel. Go check it out. Google us, hashtag SportsOTHP, hashtag CP3. Yeah, you'll find us. You can't miss us because we're all over the place. Stay tuned. We got more coming. Got some things in the works. So I always tell y'all going to see me, y'all going to feel me, you definitely want to hear me. So yeah, just stay tuned because some shit about to pop.
Lady Internet, what you got going on this week?
Well, first I want to say that I have tickets for sale for the Giants and the Dallas game at FedEx Field. For the Commanders games. They want to put that out there. If you're interested, hit me up I'm on Twitter, Lady J Antoinette. I'm on Instagram, Lady Antoinette. What is it? .dmv.
Yeah.
You always tell me that's terrible because it's my page. You can also hit me up on Lady Internet on Facebook as well. So I do have those. They are moving fast, so if you're interested, hit me up ASAP. Also, I'm on First String Podcast. We're actually live 3 times a week. That will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then again on Saturday. We do cover a wide variety of sports. We help you out if you're betting. Maryland has the new online and apps that you can now bet on, so that's a good thing. Help you out with your bets, talk about sports. I also bring my own segment where I'm giving you the tea, things that are happening outside of the sport that affects on the court or on the field. So that's another factor. So yes, I did talk about Dion quite a bit because it affects their teams, both teams. But that's it. That's where I'll be. Look, the First String Podcast. Look us up on. We're on Odyssey, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all these different platforms.
Cool. And next week it's for you, Lenny. It'll be me and CP3 again.
Yes.
So don't hate.
I will be at FedEx Field as I am always every home game. Probably fussing, looking for Scott Turner so we can chat.
Chat or scrap?
Chat. You said what?
I'll be here unless I get a call.
I understand.
I might get a call. So if I get a call, it might end up at the game. I might make some calls to see if I can do it. I don't know. Depends on the weather.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I may still do a show though.
I'll reach out. Nothing guaranteed, but
I want to let y'all know though, if y'all debating whether or not CP3 is, taken or occupied.
He's Liam Neeson.
I'm gonna tell y'all it's real because
he's the black Liam Neeson. He is taken.
I called this man because I was like, hey, what game was that? Was that the Atlanta game?
I think so.
I called this man for the Atlanta game. I was like, hey, you trying to go to the game? He was like, nah, I got plans. I was like, wait, what? CP3 turned it down again. I said, "Oh, it's serious."
Things,
But that game was rough anyway. It was cold and raining.
Yeah, that's never.
I was in my feelings.
I don't mind the game, but when it's cold and raining, like I can sit at home on the couch with a cold beer and some hot
I was
wings
in
and
my
call it a
feelings
day.
that game. I was like, "Oh, it's cold and raining." So it's probably a good decision, but still, I was shocked.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely.
Things change, man. Things change.
Well, I'm about to play this. You want Wally B or you want Slick Al?
No shades of Slick Al, but we like
You want
Wally.
Wally B.
Yeah, I ain't never wanted.
We like Wally.
All right, so we're gonna play this Wally B, and this is gonna be the last joint.
That's our folks.
We out of here because I'm tired.
But
But definitely,
you already dancing, ain't even know it yet.
Feel it already. Feel it
but definitely shout out to Asad Eric Kuzra. Thanks for putting me on. The true value of networking. That's what we really want to get across, and like 2023 is gonna be a real good year. We just gonna put some things in focus.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, honestly, 2022 was growth. Lady Antoinette branched off to the First String podcast. Oh, and we're working on something. She's trying to put together a give back when she gives us more information on that. We'll definitely be a part of that as well.
Advertise and push it, give back, which a lot of people need to tap into within themselves. Give back as much as you can.
And CP3, that doesn't mean negative things to give back.
Sometimes. That's what it costs for, man.
What?
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Wow, this Mike.
Let me get my sage.
Saying.
And you wonder why she brings Sage to the studio every damn week.
Yeah. Wally B.
Say one more. Say she want more. She wants more. Yeah. More. She want baby. Say one more. Say she want more. Say you want more. Yeah. More. Just love it, baby. Say one more. Say she want more. She wants more. Yeah. More. Just love it, baby. Say one more. Say she want more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Let me exercise this feeling, baby. You know where we're starting to go.
Can you feel it, baby?
Temptation rising, body feeling, time don't even matter no more. Let me cuff your body, then blindfold you so you cannot see me no more. Let senses take over as I breathe from your body real slow.
Don't be scared, baby.
Say one more. Say she want more. She wants more. Yeah. More. Yeah. Love it, baby. Say one more. Say she want more. I know you want more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Say one more. Say she want more. She wants more. More. Yeah. More. Yeah. Say one more. Since you want more, I know you want more. More, yeah. I ain't lying when I tell you that I need you here right by my side. Girl, your body got me feeling, and I think I'm about to lose my mind. Oh, yeah. So baby, show me how you love me. For the pleasure of this loving, we can act for fantasy, and I will show you the real ecstasy. Ecstasy.
Then I'll make your back quiver as I touch and tease you with my tongue, girl. Got her body saying she want more. She want more. Shawty want more. Said she want more. She wants more. More, yeah. She love it. She love it, yeah. Shawty want more. Said she want more. She wants more. More, yeah. She love it. She want more. Shawty want more. Said she want more. More, yeah. More, yeah.
Run, young.
That boy P, so
Run,
he crazy.
no. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with division. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, bet that we get up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups. I was just dirty, now I got my fit up. Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. And I pack a bag if you think that I'm trippin'. I keep this shit brisk, like I'm sit lip down. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit, till your niggas go and get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes. Yeah, I'm stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always being burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days. I give a fuck about you, you give a fuck about me. I just be rapping for money, you be rapping for free. Feel like that I rap like a god, the reason they call me a G. I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never no worries, Hakuna Matata. They say that I'm hot cause the devil with Prada. I'm Soulja Boy first and these niggas gon' follow. Catching no feelings, you catching these hollows. Ride with Rodriguez like I fuck with Rollo. Ain't got no time when I see this Movado. Bet that bitch shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I done hit the lotto. Counting your last days, get hit up. Talking that trash, Shay on Twitter. Your bitch, she be bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me, her face be lit up. Boy, better go ahead and mind your business. I don't go back and forth like tenor. Run this game, I don't get no finna. But we bout to get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with division. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh.